Premier League Matchday 22 features the Manchester Derby bright and early tomorrow at 7:30 a.m. Eastern. And it comes at a time when United and City, they're in very different moments of the season is how we can put it. And Troy, City right now coming off 2 wins, one in FA Cup, one in Carabao Cup. But when you look at the results in the Premier League lately, it's been 3 straight draws for them. But it does feel like lately they've begun to start closing that gap at the top of the table. So how important is this match against United tomorrow? Because it feels like if they don't win, it really starts to slip away from them.
Yeah, and unfortunately every game is going to feel like that now because Arsenal are on a great tear. They're obviously the league setters, not only in the Premier League, but in the Champions League. They're flying. I think when you look at Man City, the last time they lost in the league was the 22nd of November against Newcastle. So when you put it into perspective like that, they've been on a great run. But the feel you get with Man City is they've lost the control. It's we're going to attack, we're going to score more than you. Whereas Arsenal, they're suffocating you. They're not only good defensively, attacking-wise, they're getting loads of cross in the box, set pieces, as we know. So the feel between the two teams is a little bit different. The only thing that keeps playing into Man City's narrative is we've seen them win out. We've seen them go 2 months and just keep winning every single game. We're not sure if Arsenal can do that yet. Now, unfortunately for Arsenal, it's always going to be that until they win. So I just think for where Man City are at this moment in time, it's a great moment. News that they're still in the transfer market at this moment in time. They've just brought Semenyo in. They're looking like a powerhouse. They really, really are.
I think the cup victories, the Carabao win at Newcastle and the romp at home against Exeter.
10-1.
Well, it was just like a training game, wasn't it?
It makes you feel good, though.
Yeah, it's another goal for Semenyo as well. I think they've come at a good time because there's no question they've stuttered in the league and the gap to Arsenal has gotten bigger. It's as simple as that. So I think the league right now is at a pivotal point. This is it. This is where we're getting down to business. We've seen who's who, gloves are off, who's in this fight, good and proper. And right now, Man City need to prove they're in this fight. And a Manchester derby is not necessarily what you'd be looking for at that moment. On paper, they're clearly a better team than Manchester United. But derby days...
Normally, I would agree with you, but...
Just got too much?
What are we expecting from Man United?
Not much. Not much.
We don't know what they're going to give us. We don't know who they are. It's all over the place. So.
It was 0-0 at Old Trafford last season.
No, I agree, but I don't know. The Man United feel is just like, what am I getting? What are we expecting?
Staying with City, you alluded to, we've seen the breaking stories this morning that City are going to get the Mark Guéhi deal done over the line. Could happen during the course of this show, could happen in the next 24, 48 hours. I think that is exactly to Troy's point. They're not messing around. No, they're just, again, bang, get it done, get him in as part of this title charge.
Until they do that, Semenyo, though, you mentioned it. So he's started in the 2 games that he's been with City, 2 goals and an assist. So a dream start.
Should have been 3. Should have been 3.
Should have been 3, something that we debated for a long time. How important will he be? Because you're talking about this is a pivotal moment in the Premier League right now, and it feels like he's been really pivotal for Manchester City, especially at a time where Haaland can't seem to really score in this moment.
Yeah, he comes in at a perfect time, and I think he fits this group absolutely seamlessly, and it gives them another running mate for Haaland. Not that they don't have so many wonderful players around Haaland. It's his goal-scoring touch, to your point, because the conversation around Manchester City early this season was, are they too reliant on Erling Haaland? What if this superhuman robot goes not even cold, but just doesn't score to the same rate that he always is?
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Did you just say superhuman robot?
Yeah. It's close.
I like it.
How does that work?
Don't worry about it. Let him go.
Thank you, Troy. But so Semenyo has fit into this group really, really well and seamlessly. And when we're talking about Manchester City teams of old, and to use another robotic term, in the past, this is the time of year where whether they were first, second, or third, they would drop points like 3 of their final 17 games. It was just a machine that always kept winning. What Troy said before, they don't have the same level of control. It's more about, like, you can get chances against this team. So that's, if you're Manchester United, that's what you're looking at this game. But Manchester City are far, far too strong. And bring in Mark Guéhi, if they do get the steal over the line imminently, that is a serious signing. They continue to make serious signings. And we look back at January last year. Bring in Semenyo and Guéhi, that would be an impeccable window.
Yeah.
Tom, though, Haaland, no goal from open play since pre-Christmas.
Yeah.
Is that a worry?
So normally I could have this
2 weeks.
conversation.
Yeah, but how many games?
It's 2 weeks.
Yeah, but in the Christmas period, you know there's a lot of games being played.
It's Erling Haaland. If he didn't score for 3 months, I'd tip him to score.
I don't normally get involved, but we have to put my foot down.
You're going to throw elbows.
26 goals Erling Haaland's on at this moment in time.
Yep.
And he's on a goal drought. Victor Gyökeres has scored 6. Is the best thing since sliced bread. What are we doing? What are we doing?
100%.
What are we doing?
Troy's been on the haterade again. He can't help
Not at all.
himself.
But look,
he's on
look at
Arsenal.
this. He's on. Look at the numbers there. Just put those numbers back up, please. Apparently, he's on a bit of a goal drought. He hasn't scored since
Pre-Christmas.
Before Christmas.
Yeah.
It's going to come back up here. Watch, and you'll see it. 20 goals. He's still 5 clear of Thiago. He's having the best season of 4. Sorry, of Thiago having the
don't
best.
worry.
10 of Semenyo, who's having the best season of his career.
So how many more games can he go without scoring before you start worrying?
I won't.
Say it.
Because 20 goals in a season is difficult for most people.
Yeah.
He's already there.
Troy, we're not
Do you
saying...
get what I mean?
Yes, 100%.
But it feels like the standards are a bit different for Erling
And
Haaland,
that's
right?
Claudia.
absolutely fair.
Which is the point I made.
But the point that you're making is, does anyone think he's not going to get over 30 this season? Do we think he's not going to get over 30? Anyone want to put a bet on he gets more? I'll take it now. You think he's going to get less than 30?
I'm going over as well.
I'll go over.
Premier League goals.
Less than 30? Right.
So you-
My answer is fine. That's done. What Semenyo brings to this team is he brings them a different dynamic from the right or the left where they play him. With Doku, he's very direct. He'll run and get at you, but he won't get you he won't get you those goals in the box. His goals or assists are not as high as you would. With Semenyo, he crashes the box. He's taller, he's physical. He's obviously got the long throw as well. He can help from set pieces. So all of these different things he brings. But what we're now facing is, and Arsenal are getting into this realm, is everyone that plays Man City, and I've done it when you play against this team, they always face a low block. So now with Semenyo, Doku, Shirky, Foden, they have the ability, depending on who they're playing, to switch it up. So it might be, okay, this weekend against Man United, they identified that the fullbacks are weak. Right, let's go with the pace and power. But actually, they're going to sit really deep and really narrow. So we need Shirky and Foden to play, and we'll put them inverted and let those guys do what they can do and get the width from the fullbacks. It gives him options. What they haven't had for a while now, to your point, is we have to go through Haaland.
Yep.
If he scores and we go 1-0 up, then we'll run away with it. But if he doesn't score, everyone sits in and tries to get their counter-attacks on us.
So, Troy, speaking of the 11, in a game like this, would you play a super creative midfield where it's 2 of Foden, Silva, Cherky ahead of Rodri or somebody sitting, or would you have to Johnny Reinders in that group?
No, I would have Reinders next. I think Reinders are going to be pivotal now moving forward. I think Reinders next to Rodri to help him. Obviously, he's coming back from a long injury. He's great on the ball, but I don't see the same burst. He was never rapid, but he was quick. I don't see that with Rodri now, and I think you're going to see Foden and Shirky getting very frustrated because they're going to be the ones that are getting rotated. And I just think they should have too much. And the reason they know they can't keep that many clean sheets from a defensive point of view, the injuries, that's why I think they got Donnarumma. Because when you saw it with PSG last year, yes, he's got a mistake in him, as everybody does, every human does, but he could come up with big saves. And I think they think as long as they've got him, they've got Rodri, they've got Haaland, they'll be in a chance with every game.
Key word is options. They've got so many options. I mean, alluding to Haaland, Pep said this week, Erling is exhausted. He's exhausted. Marmoush cannot come back quick enough. They need to give him a break.
No one's even talking about Marmoush. Marmoush, they bought it in January. Obviously, he had a good start.
He looked fantastic.
Yeah, he had a great start, but clearly hasn't fit this season. Doesn't know where to play him. But I think he's going to be the Julian Alvarez to what they used to have. He's going to come in, score the goals in those moments, give Haaland a break. And again, over the competitions, then you can start. He had to play Haaland against Exeter because he had no other strikers. So just wants to get the job done. I think the Haaland slander will not be had on this show while I'm around. Jeff.
I wouldn't call it. I don't know if it was slander, to be fair to Jeff.
Slander on what? On Haaland?
Yeah.
Tom, I'm used to it.
It was a journalistic question.
Journalistic question.
Just to see if we could rile you up. You said you're not an aggressive guy, so we're waiting to see what those buttons are.
That's scarier than if you were yelling.
That's what my kids say.
We were just looking at the Manchester City perspective, but let's talk about Manchester United. We have Michael Carrick taking charge of this game as caretaker manager for Manchester United. He is no stranger to the Manchester derby as a player. He still looks like he maybe could give you 15 minutes off the bench if you needed another defensive midfielder in there. But I want to talk big picture, Troy, about Manchester United and just this season. What are some of the things, even beyond just this game, what are some of the things that Michael Carrick needs to do to change this season around and keep them within the top 4 fight?
Well, we might need another couple of hours for this. For me, I think he has to try and get Champions League football, but I also think that can create a problem for Manchester United, because do you do the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer route now? Do you keep him? But first of all, a clear structure on what they want to do. Clearly, they want 4 at the back. Can we see some intensity in the midfield? I think that's an area that's always getting overrun. Does he handle the Kobe Mainu PR handle? I think it's a disaster, personally. Does he get that sorted? And also, can he continue Šeško's form of scoring goals? Because that was an area that Ruben Amorim struggled with. And since he's gone, he scored, 3 in the last 2 games? So, yeah, there's a lot of issues.
He's got a lot of work. There's a lot of the in-tray, isn't there?
Yeah, but also the biggest thing is you have to win. And it's starting off against Man City and then going to Arsenal is very, very difficult, in my opinion. So I wish Michael all the best. I think he's a good man, a good player, good individual. I think Man United have become a basket case. I really do. I look at them and think you are one of the best establishments in world football. In my opinion, in my lifetime, I've only ever seen them be good. And now, for the last 10 years, I'm like, what is this team? What is it? What are we doing? What are we trying to get to? And it's sad. Genuinely, it's sad.
What you've got is Tom, in Michael Carrick, you've got a serious person taking over a circus. Because Manchester United is a circus. And I don't mean that disrespectfully. I don't think Manchester United fans would argue with that. No. He, as a person, has a calmness about him. It's like as a person, like he was as a player. Very unfussy, very elegant, very, very focused, and quite serious. Although he can be humorous as well. Can he bring all of his qualities to this Manchester United team? Because that's what I feel they need. They need a degree of calm, and they also need his level of drive. But what he was as a player is irrelevant. It's irrelevant, having said all of that. They talk about Manchester United, the Manchester United way, and what's come up a lot is his interviews he's given previously. For instance, on Kobe Mainu, talks about what a great talent he is. How I expect him to feature strongly. This will be the rebirth of Kobe Mainu under Michael Carrick. He'll certainly be given the opportunity, because Michael Carrick is a fan. He likes him as a player.
Question on that, then.
Go on.
He gives him an opportunity and he does well, and he doesn't do well.
He doesn't do well?
He doesn't do well. Michael Carrick's fault as well? No, I'm just asking. Is it going to be?
No, you're asking with devilment, as usual. If you give a player an opportunity, he doesn't take it, it's down to the player. End of.
OK.
End of.
Haven't heard that yet for Kobe Mainu, but let's see.
So, you're on one today, aren't you? He's on one, isn't he?
I'm just asking journalistic questions.
So, what... Tom, Troy talked about what he could do, because he can give Manchester United a problem. What if he takes them and they finish there? Then he's done. How do you then give the job to somebody else? It's a brilliant opportunity for Michael Carrick. The problem for Michael Carrick is he's operating, as I say, in a dysfunctional club. Does he have any influence? Does he have any influence on signings in January, if they're going to make any sales? We don't know. I just think you've got a problem when you're the interim manager till the end of the season.
One thing they're not talking about, because everyone's talking about what if he goes from 7th to 4th. What if he goes from there back to where
I think 6 points ahead of 15th. That's how tight it is.
What if they end up 15th?
I don't think he gets the job then.
No, but at this moment in time, it seems to feel like it's a fix. It's a fix. You keep throwing me out the way.
Look.
See,
an arm's going to come up here naturally.
That it's not far from that.
I agree.
Nor is it far from that. It's closer to that, as a matter of fact.
This could go either way, couldn't it, boys?
And it starts this weekend, or it doesn't start, but it continues, and it's a very precarious position. So going to play Manchester City, it's a big derby day. You throw records out the window. All of those cliches that we talk about. What do they need to do this weekend to actually threaten Manchester City? And do they have a realistic shot at coming away with 3 points or even a result?
They do, because, again, the derby, they throw all of the form out the window. They need to be defensively resolute. And when they go with a purpose when they go against this Man City team. That backline for Man City is inexperienced, it's disjointed due to injuries. So you need to be able to stop the spacing behind for Erling Haaland. The problem now is you've got Semenyo, Šeško, Foden, Doku. We've just spoke about the talent that they have. But when you turn over the ball, because they will turn it over, go with purpose and be very clinical. And that's the only bit I'm concerned
if you're Michael Carrick, I mean, you're at home, so the onus is on you. And as Troy just outlined then, Manchester City right now, because of injuries, they're, can't say weak, but they're vulnerable at the back. Centre halves are 20, 21. Yeah. It's a very, very young pairing at the back. If you're Manchester United, is it the classic case of, well, if we sit back because of their attack, their amazing attacking prowess, we're in trouble? Is his best bet to be brave, go on the front foot, and go after?
I think he has to, because of the Man United way, which we haven't seen for a decade yet. So the Man United way is obviously...
But you risk getting a hiding, Troy.
I agree.
I think that is much more likely.
Yeah, 4 at the back, wingers, which they just sold and got rid of their best ones. It's just a basket case of a club. And it's genuinely so sad. Yeah, and I feel sorry for this fella. I really, really do.
Yeah, we've established that. But so what does he do? Because is it a dilemma for him?
It's absolutely a dilemma, because if you sit in and you're at home and against Man City and you lose 3-4-0, everyone's going to go, well, he didn't have a go. If it goes the other way and he's ultra aggressive and they lose 4-5-0, he's naive and he doesn't know what he's doing. So either way, he can't win in this situation. I think the first 2 games for him is about trying to get belief and instill some form of confidence to this team that they can compete against Man City and Arsenal.
Is the impossible task, though, a halfway house? Can you not be semi going for it and semi sitting back? Is it impossible to achieve a halfway house?
I think with the players they've got, it's impossible. I do. I think that midfield, again, we talked earlier about Rodri coming back from injury, not having that dynamism in midfield. You got Casemiro in there. Casemiro makes him look like a Ferrari in terms of pace. So, you know, it's going to be interesting. It is really going to be interesting.
How much, Tom, do you think this game will be? It's not about Manchester United's tactics per se. We're all focused on before at the back. Yeah. We expect it. Is it about the mentality?
So I think that's the quickest route for Michael Carrick and Manchester United. Is you're not going to fix 11 new players, the whole system. Again, he can be the most brilliant tactician. Even if he has the absolute right solution, it doesn't take hold in a few days, and particularly a few days without being on the training ground so much. They have a long season to continue foundational building blocks to however he might want to see them play. Maybe there's a lot of good things we can see in a couple months. This weekend, in a derby, and in one of your first games, it's about the mentality. It's about, hey, we're Manchester United, all that rah-rah stuff. Yeah. And that's not something that you can do over the course of a year. Over the course of a weekend, you can. And even a little bit on the tactical side. And again, I think this has more to do with mentality, being really difficult to beat, flying into every 50-50, giving no inch away easy is Šeško, if he's starting up top, in transition.
I think he's really interesting right now. Troy, look, you've been there. You've been a striker. Did you ever have a moment in your career when you went to a club and for whatever reason it wasn't clicking? And he looked, and we spoke to Alan Smith, and he said he was at a game and he spoke to a few people at United and they said he hasn't arrived and said, right, I'm here, I'm going to do it. It was almost a bit too big for him. Are you seeing signs this is now a striker starting to believe, because goals is your currency, so is that what it's about?
Yeah, you are always judged on the goals you score. A striker can have a terrible game of football, lose the ball 20 times, you know, not look after it, score 1, they win the game, the striker was man of the match. That's the currency in which we deliver on. I look at him and I think there's so much more to come, but he's a young man who needs confidence, needs coaching, and he also needs to be given the reins to make mistakes on the jobs. At the moment, in the fishbowl that is Manchester United, everybody's looking and going, hold on.
But are you seeing signs of improvement?
He scored. He scored. I haven't seen my problem is I haven't seen a complete game yet to even be able to say, OK, that's the standard. He's had moments. Just very quickly to what you were talking about there with the mentality. That happens for the first 60 minutes. You know, that up. If they score within the first 60 minutes and they're 1-0 up, that stays but also got the Grimsby loss. They've also got horrible losses to Everton when Everton had 10 men. Things like that still play in the psyche. So if it goes the other way and Man City score early, don't be surprised if this is a rout.
I have one small thing to add at the risk of Geoff Shreeves two-footing me right here. Manchester United are actually second in the league in expected goal difference. That shows that they were performing better, and maybe they regressed to the mean. And Michael Carrick might look like the genius, the hero, if things go well, or like you said, it could avalanche pretty quickly.